Here we go again, back with more Pro Cycling Mini Season 2016. This will be a very special and new for me Pro Cyclist mode. I'll try and incorporate myself into it. Maybe later on I'll do some cycling when it gets a bit better weather outside. But I'm probably just going to do like interviews, do like contract signings, do like pre-race, and just like interviews, and try and incorporate that into the Pro Cyclist mode, because honestly the Pro Cyclist mode is really just racing and increasing your stats. And even though that's fun, you kind of miss that feeling that you have in NBA 2K16 and FIFA and Madden, when they have their pro career modes, where you have the entire story of you growing up. So I'm going to create myself, and next to that I'm going to create some like contract signings, interviews with myself, and hopefully it'll be very fun. I'm just starting right now. I have not really thought any of this through, so it's going to be really depending on how I actually do in the game, which is also really fun, because this is not like the other series where you have to where the story doesn't really depend on how you go. Here the story depends entirely on how I go, and I decide what the story ends up being. So first of all, let's go into the race here, and what's it called? Create a new rider. Pick this database down here, WorldDB. I don't know. It's just the most downloaded. I haven't played or uploaded any videos in like a month or so. So sorry for all you guys who've been waiting. And I'll actually, here we go. And you can, my first name, I'll call myself Sebastian, fra Denmark. Oh, I'm Danish. So a little bit of knowledge for you guys there if you didn't know. I'm about 194 at the moment, and I weigh a lot at the moment. I really need to get I've gone to school for the last month, but I don't think it's going to work out for me, which is, I'm pretty sad about it. So I've gained a bit of weight in the last couple of months. I need to go down to about 80 again. That's probably great for my weight. So I just started on fitness again, so hopefully that'll go down pretty soon. Skin color, I think I'm pretty pale, so we'll go with not that much beard either. I don't really care about photos, but I think this is just some random guys. I'll just close my eyes and click this guy. That's a horrible picture, but oh well, we'll take it anyway. Young as possible. Actually, I am 23, so I should probably pick as old as possible. I have been thinking a bit about creating a series with a helper, so only excellent potential, and then picking like a Baudeur, and then maybe once in a while you can get that very, very lucky breakaway. So that'd probably be a bit more realistic for me. The only chance I would ever have, I don't have a chance now because I'm 23 years old, of course, and that's when most riders start their personal career, and I haven't really even started ever at a career in pro cycling, so one never happened for me. But if I was miraculously to start, it would probably mostly be as a lower class helper, so like 50 all stats. I think that's the lowest you can get right now. But let's see, what do we have? Should probably go a bit better, otherwise it would be pretty boring. 19 years old, excellent talent, grand champion level, and I'm going to be a stage racer. That seems fine. Let's go into the race, and we'll have our first interview deciding which of these three teams here we're going to sign with. Well, I've had a lot of offers for different teams in my home country as well. Kult has given me a very nice offer, but I sadly couldn't take it. I wanted to go a bit away from home this time, so I decided to sign with the British team, One Pro Cycling. I hope this is a choice of team that a lot of my fans will back me up on. I know it's a very young team, very new team, but hopefully I can get a good start to my career there, and take it on from there. But hope you enjoy, and I'm going to sign it right here. Okay, so as you probably saw in the interview, a very weirdly done interview, I'm doing this all by myself, so a pretty weird handshake and intro. I was just looking at nothing and staying completely silent, so I don't know how that's going to work out at all. I haven't edited it at all yet, so just taking it step at a time. Let's do a next part here. I of course chose Run Pro Cycling just because I think that's the hardest of the teams I could choose to be on, and even though it'll be tough in the beginning, once I get into month 6, 7, maybe even next year, if I stay on the team, I'll have a much better chance at accessing bigger races than I would on Kolo Quick or Team Trefor. So let's go into the startup grid and we'll go to our first race of the season. Okay, here we are at the Cyanide Cup 1. It's Sebastian Jürgen's first ever professional race as a pro rider, of course, for his new team, One Pro Cycling. We'll of course now go to him for an interview ahead of his first race and see what he thought about today's race profile and what else will happen as his first day as a professional rider. Well, thanks for asking. Here ahead of my first race, I'm really excited just to get out of Oregon. It's been a long winter season, and starting the race out here in northern Spain is going to be very exciting. The profile for me doesn't look that great. I would like some tougher climbs, ending uphill preferably, but this is my first race. I don't think I have a chance to get anyway against some of the strong other riders. Hopefully I can get an early breakaway. It would be really nice to see how I can compare against the peloton out alone in front, at least with a couple of other riders. But we'll see. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and I'll see you after the race. Hopefully we've done very well. Okay, and we have the first attack of the race, and it is the new neo-pro rider from One Pro Cycling, Sebastian Jürgen. It's on the breakaway. He has a Polish rider following him on. He looks in great shape today. Hopefully he can hang on and do great for Denmark here. They haven't had a young talented rider compete for Grand Tour in a lot of years, not since Michael Rasmussen was pulled out of the 2007 Tour de France after his whereabout tragedy, scandal, whatever you want to call it. Let's simulate a bit further on the race and we'll see what this breakaway can get up to. It has a free ride breakaway. Jürgen, Bihel, Anikovic and Martin now from Spain. 5 men has joined up now, and they have a 3-minute gap at this point down to the peloton. This is the first time we see young Sebastian Jürgen in a pro race. We saw a lot of him in the junior races, but he was a great climber and time trial rider, often top of the standings in the stage races. But this is a one-day classic, mostly hilly. I don't know what we can expect from him here, but compared to the other riders, I would see he would be one of the favorites, and so far he looks very strong, sitting in front of the peloton for a lot of this race so far. We're now getting to the last third of the race, and young Jürgen seems to be skipping over a lot of leads now. I think he's saving up energy for the final rounds here. We're going 3 times up the same climb here, and we're heading into the first climb now. We have some lot stronger riders in the peloton behind us, only 2.5 minutes back. We have Gasparotto, and what we have else, we have Colbrelli, Demar, Padilla, Charles Kiolek and Landa as well from his own team, but he actually goes away now. He's staying up India, and now he's trying a bit to break the group, maybe in smaller parts. Martin seems to be the only one at the moment able of following him. Let's just follow him a bit closer here as he heads up to the top of this very steep climb here. No one's following him yet. There's 3 riders behind him. 1 rider's already fallen off of the 5 breakaway riders. 15-20% percentages here. He's definitely a strong climber, and hopefully he'll be able to keep this up and get even better when he improves both in age and in stats. Oh my god, he's crashed. He was ahead. He had been joined by Martin, and now he's being overtaken by the group of riders he left. He'll be joining the peloton again. What an annoying moment from the crash in his debut race, leading the race. He had a great chance of getting maybe a top 10, 5, if he stayed out, maybe even the win, but just wanted to be, and now he'll have to struggle to get to the front of this group here. The worst thing that could have happened. He's already passed a lot of his teammates here. Very steep percentages at this point for him, 18-20%, but yeah, he's already ahead of the group. He's overtaking the entire group. Now going past them, he has Ducati with him and he's broken away. He's been overtaken by the peloton after crashing, and now he's breaking away from the peloton again. What an amazing ride so far. And I think we'll see some reactions from the peloton now. I don't think they'll let him go away a second time. They've realized how strong he is. He still has his old companion from breakaway, Martin, out in front, but now he's a minute behind, and he only has 20 seconds down to the breakaway behind him. This will be close to impossible for him. let's see what he can do. And they're closing on the final climb now. He has 2 teammates left now, but he's been in the breakaway all day. He'll probably help his teammates out because they've been sitting in the peloton the entire day. But it seems like he's pulling them forward now. He's moving to the head of the peloton now. Martin has been caught. It is, of course, Vandergrup Gobert working for Gasparotto, and I think it's Bardiana working for Colbrelli. Let's see who will attack first. Makato now reels in his attack, his 3rd attack of the day. Very impressive. How long can he keep this up? He seems to have a really crazy amount of energy left after being in a breakaway all day. I don't really get this myself. This is, for those who don't know, one of the very hardest races of the season. But let's see, we have Rosong here working for, I think, Colbrelli. Yeah, Gasparotto's team is there. Gasparotto and Colbrelli are both right next to each other here as they now on the top. Q leg is there, only 15 riders left. But it's the young 19-year-old Dane who leads out the peloton at the top here. He'll now relax a bit again, leave the chase over to the teams with multiple riders in the front group here. None of his teammates have made it though. 15 riders just behind, I think, is probably Lander. We can just take a look behind us here and we can see that it is Lander indeed who's just behind the leading group here. Everybody's setting up engine now. This is going to be a very exciting finish. Can he do it? Can he win his first ever pro race? He's attacking here from 3 kilometers out. I don't know if that was a smart move by me or by the young rider. But let's see, he has the lead now. Gasparotto and Colbrelli will start the sprint, but he has about 100 meters lead. And I think he's celebrating now. I think he won it, yeah. I don't know, I was looking at the wrong kilometer mark down here. And he ends up winning his first race after attacking 3 times and being a breakaway with some very strong riders, and as well being caught after crashing as well. What an amazing fairy tale start to his career. Let's have an interview with him and see what he thought after his first victory in his first ever professional race. I mean, I just can't believe it. I got on the breakaway early on during the race and it's horrible weather outside. I crashed. I got away with one other rider, I think it's a Spanish rider from the breakaway. Can't remember his name, sorry to him. But I crashed. I couldn't get the help from the team cars, and I ended up actually having to get help from the team cars behind the peloton. So I got up to the peloton again, and I just got up. When I got back to the peloton, it was the bottom, the second to the last time we went up the climb, and I just decided, okay, I was mad, so I decided, let's attack again. And I got past 2 of my old breakaway companions, but couldn't get up to my original mate again, so I decided to drop back to the peloton. I had 2 teammates down there who had been taking there all day, but they seemed actually more tired than me. So when we got to the last climb, I got some water for myself. And here we are at the end of the race. Very interesting interview to hear from the winning rider, Sebastian Jogen. He ended up winning after attacking a kilometer out and just staying ahead of the chasing peloton. It was a very small peloton, so he decided to see if he could get away. And even though there was like Carrier riders and Bardiana riders in the group, they couldn't work together to catch him up again. Colbrelli takes second, Kiolek third, Gasparotto in 4th place. Very excited to see such a young rider get his first win at such an early point in his career. Very interesting to see what will happen to him in the rest of his career. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time for the Cyclist Cup number 2. Okay guys, so that's a really weird video. I just thought, I've been thinking about doing something very weird and interesting for a long time, and such an awkward way of combining Pro Cycling Manager, which is one of my favorite games, of course, as you've seen on the channel, and just real life cycling, and just make it to a more real life, unique career pro cyclist mode, pro mode. And I hoped it worked out well. I haven't edited this at this point yet. I'm recording it all in one take. So I went to record the intro here, then I went outside, then I went in here again, then I went outside, in here again. very confusing to record myself, and that's why I'm also not sitting in the best clothes. But if you guys enjoyed it and want to see more of this, I'll try and do even better next time if you guys enjoyed it. But try and hit at least 10-20 likes on the video. I'll be really happy if that could happen. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.